Now the power. Again, the power is a big thing, one of the things that we do the most. This is, again, a little bit more detailed stuff. Now we're moving our tight end around to create two backs off our one back set. So now we're actually creating a two back with the quarterback running the ball here and running the power. And the reason I put this, I wanted to show this, is because of the techniques that we teach on the front side guard and tackle. It's one of the techniques that we started teaching back in the early 90s on the power. We do not try to get any movement vertically. We try to get lateral movement on the three technique. So the concepts that we coach, we think it's really hard to try to knock a three technique back off the football and create a bunch of movement that way. So we're trying to create lateral movement. So our guard is going to try to really get real active with his inside foot and real active with his outside hand and try to follow that three technique into the A-gap. And our tackle is going to apply a lot of inside hand presence and help that combo wheel, as we call it, to go lateral, and then he's going to work off to the backside backer. So I wanted to put this in just to show, because this is a concept that's been really good. You can see how we really displace that three technique. If we try to knock him back off the football, he's going to grab grass and get low, and the bigger D tackles are nowadays, it's really hard to create that kind of vertical movement. So we're looking for a bunch of lateral movement and to take away run through. So this was a good view of the combo wheel in place right there. Fullback now is inserting on the open, or the tight end's inserting on the open side power, trying to get a good tight fit as quickly and get immediate presence on that defensive end. I think it's really important when you run an open side power to get immediate presence on the defensive end, which our tight end's doing there. Now our guard wraps, and our fullback now, this is called power boss, and so the fullback's got the safety. So now you're creating an extra blocker, and here it's middle drill, so we're not getting the read that we would get out of this safety if it was a normal situation, because our kid can throw back here in this offense. We have a lot of things in the offense that he can pull up and throw the ball to the fullback going to the flat there. So if the safety were not to honor the fullback in the flat here, in this look right there, that would be our answer to it. But the fullback's assignment is that high safety right there. Okay, now here's a two-back power. Okay, again, two backs with the quarterback running the ball, so now you're getting close to some single-wing offense here. All right, with our fullback now I teach the fullbacks here to block the third most dangerous defender. So he's coming around, he's got third most dangerous. Obviously our combo wheel, again showing the combo wheel, and then inserting off to the backside backer. Our puller's got the front side backer, and now our running back has the safety. So again, in this concept here, again, we can get a hat fit on the safety. And this has been a good little personnel. This is 31 personnel for us. So it's 3 running backs. I didn't talk about personnel very well, how you call this. This is 31 personnel, which is 3 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 receiver in the ball game, and 1 quarterback as a receiver. Okay, here's just the conventional, some game film of the conventional one-back power. All right, actually two-back power out of the one-back. We're creating two-back power. So now the fullback has third most dangerous, combo wheel to the backside. And we put this in here because now we're not doing the combo wheel because we get such heavy threes that play us like 4 eyes. And so what we do with that is we do the traditional slip technique because we're a big lead and zone team weak, which we feel complements the power so much. We'll run the quarterback lead or the quarterback zone weak. And so now if we're getting a heavy 3 like this floating out, then we'll go ahead and make that slip call. And now the slip call looks just like zone to that 3 technique, but we're still running power, of course, and we all know that concept right there with the backside guard going to the backside backer. Okay, fullback inserting inside. Now, the hardest thing to teach your quarterback, I'll call him a quarterback here, your running back, or if it's your quarterback when you're running quarterback power, is we run our power as an A-gap power. So we want our guy to press it downhill. And that's the hardest thing that you get when you work with these guys is to get them to press it downhill because I got our guys' eyes on that backside backer. So if that backside backer flies over the top, then we're going to try to cut the ball backside. So we got our eyes on that backside backer, and it's important and it's hard for the quarterback to get that concept of really pressing it up in there in the A-gap and then marrying those blocks up to the line and then jumping it outside. So Daniel can always get better at that. This isn't a great job of it right there, but he does do a good job of jumping outside and finding a hole. And these are some of the things, some of the other things we're doing. Okay, here it is to an open side, and again, our fullback's up there tight. He's getting immediate presence on that defensive end and doing a nice job of getting a good firm fit on it right there. Now our guard can wrap with a little tighter wrap. So the quicker you can get that guy on the end, the better when you're running open side power. And now we got our guard wrapping all the way around, getting a good fit right there. And now you can see the more and more experience that our guy has at running the power, he's staying a lot tighter now. You know, this is later film than what we saw there in the A&M game. And now our back, now you can see it in a live situation. Our back now is holding that high safety, because again, if that high safety were to start getting real active, then we can run any of our power passes and things with the back running to the flat here off the Wildcat. Okay, this is a good way to get some good numbers to the weak side. Boom, good tight fit right there by the fullback. Real good aiming point of making sure he doesn't allow that end to get penetration. Okay, now here's a concept where we've been messing with this concept some on our outside plays and our inside plays. And this is where the fullback now is doing a front side bluff chip. And on the front side bluff chip, if that end comes upfield on power like this, because we run so much option and things out of this, and the shovel, if he comes upfield, then our fullback's going to bypass, okay? And now he's going to go out and take the safety in the out. If that end were to squeeze, then he would go ahead and fit on that end, and we'd try to jump the power outside of it. Now the end goes upfield. So now he can't make the play on the power, so now the fullback is used as just a boss decoy to create stretch from the defense. And now we're taking our backside tight end and inserting him on high safety backside, again, to try to figure out the ways to get as many fits as we can on the backside tight ends, on the backside safeties, I should say. So we've been doing this bluff chip front side some too, and it's really been a nice concept for us here, playing around with that. If that DN were to squeeze right here, our fullback would go insert a good tight fit on him, and the quarterback would go ahead and bounce this thing outside. But a good way with that back